Good evening, welcome in this moment. I'm satisfied that I'm getting closer to getting some rest and sleep. I'm tired. Um, and I'm also appreciating this appointment with you, with myself. Um, what is it we want out of our unsatisfying experiences? I like the question, and I like to. I'd like to start to make a few seconds of silence just to feel the quality of presence right now, and especially in regards to this question, what is it we want out of our unsatisfying experiences? Guessing we want more satisfaction and learning and growth and joy, don't we? Anyway, silence, listening, enjoy, feeling, savoring the quality of now. This unique now, this now that will never come back again, never the same. How does it feel? My back hurts a bit. It's a bit sore. I want to lie down. Pretty soon I will. I also had a plan to do some meditation after this video, so I like the idea of maybe not lying down yet, but just relaxing into the verticality. Welcome. So, savoring now, this unique now, this precious and unique now, and its qualities. The question that I would like to invite us to explore is, what do we want to get out of our unsatisfying experiences? I have an example of an unsatisfying experience that I had just before doing those videos tonight. I'm not sure I need to give much detail about it. I can just think about it and explore. Maybe you can take a moment if you want to play with me on that train of thought, maybe you can call it this way. Yeah, if there's any situation you can think of, either present and unresolved or still unsatisfying, or any past experiences that you can think of that was unsatisfying or is still unsatisfying when you think about it, you can use that and think, what is it I want to get out of this unsatisfying experience? What comes up for me is really a desire to meditate and really give space and time to let the answer to the question to come without forcing anything. So kind of just be with how it feels to be with the situations, to be with the situation we picked in our mind, and with the situation that I have in my mind right now, I really like the idea of really just taking the time to feel how it feels right here, right now, in my body, in my emotions, in my thinking. How does it feel? to think of this situation, what this situation is telling me. You can ask yourself, what is this situation I picked is telling me? What am I receiving in terms of sensations? And I'm really happy actually right now. I'm really grateful for taking the time to do that with you. I'm really grateful for my choice to create the structure of doing those videos, creating those spaces where I'm exploring. It's like my therapy spaces where I can really speak things that are really meaningful to me, and I have the chance to be connected to you and to many other people who are kind of journeying with me. You and I are all journeying, and Zhuja, you say you help me grow, and it's, yeah, thank you for telling me. It's just, I love it that it's possible that we have an experiment session, an experiment that we all grow together, we all travel, we all journey, we all learn. And so I want to go back to just this situation I had in mind. So I don't know if you picked a situation where you felt unsatisfied, but if you want to pick one and just take a moment just to feel how you feel thinking about it, whatever it is. Zhuja, you shared something to me today that I am, and to all of us, it was public, so you shared with us a situation of emprise, and yeah, just I invite each one of us to really connect with this situation that we find either simply unsatisfying or really, really deeply unsatisfying and even painful. It could be. So just taking a moment to feel how we are right here, right now. When we think about it, we might cry, we might laugh, we might giggle and see something we hadn't seen before and just suddenly laugh, be amused about it, but we also can feel touched and cry, whatever comes up, or we can just feel peaceful and calm, whatever comes up. Welcome. So as you continue to make space for how you feel relating to that situation you chose to pick, add just this question, which is, what comes to my mind when I ask the question, how can I use this situation to help me be clearer about what is it I want right here, right now? How can I articulate what is it that I want that this situation helps me see more clearly than ever if I give myself permission to look at what is it I want. And it can be really sometimes tricky to kind of release a tiny bit the grasp we may have on the things we don't want, the things we don't like, the things we feel frustrated or strongly unsatisfied about. It can really take a moment to release a tiny bit the grasp we have on those things we don't want. So the invitation is not to force anything, but if we are grasping on the things we don't want in any way, to just be aware that this is happening and be aware of what it feels to be grasping on something we don't want. The invitation is just to breathe into and feel into and make space for feeling, make space for what we feel being exactly where we are. We might be grasping on something we don't want. And so we might not yet be in a position where we can see what is it we want as we are busy looking at what we don't want. So the invitation is to give ourselves time to feel with wherever we are, still holding the question, what is coming up to my consciousness right here, right now, about what is it I want? And can I give myself permission to acknowledge what is it I want right here, right now? Just a tiny bit more, or even if we get rid of the comparison, just allowing the emergence of clarity around what is it I want, what is it you want right here, right now. And how does it feel right here, right now, to want what is it you want right here, right now? I'm reading you, Juja. Suppose I'm lucky because I met you. It's strangely opening me up, this growing. I want to be an example for the future generation. Disconnect from money. Offer my services in return for warmth, bed, food, love. I feel like I want to give the lost money to the kids and just live on nothing. I want to give up security and my dreams for peace. So now that you kind of connected to some of the things you want, how does it feel to want what you want right now? Let's give ourselves permission to feel what it feels to be wanting what we want right now. If I take the situation I had in mind before myself, I think I connect to my desire to feel my sovereignty, to feel my freedom, to navigate in more satisfying ways relationship with myself and with others. And in the situation I have picked, I am thinking of one guy in particular, and what I feel when I think about the situation is slightly oppressed on the chest. When I check what is it I want, I want to feel more my sovereignty and a sense of freedom, and a sense that I can really dance and navigate and respect the other, respect myself, and the space finding grace and movement and ability to position myself and feel more and more clearly what is it I want, what is it I can do, what is it I want to do to move more in the direction of what is it I want. And I think that I realized that in the situation I've picked, things are a bit confusing for me for some reasons, and I'm not sure why. But there are things that are generating confusion, and I'm really getting a sense of frustration out of that confusion. And so I want more clarity. I want more ability to discern what I can do to feel more satisfied, and avoid things that leaves me less satisfied. I I want to learn. I want to give myself permission to dance, to try out things, to learn, to feel, to taste, to enjoy, to pause, to chill, to feel, to digest, to integrate, to rest. To acknowledge what I'm satisfied about. And whenever I'm seeing something I'm not satisfied about, I like the idea of asking myself, what tiny step can I take to feel less unsatisfied? I can breathe, I can meditate, and I'm going to do that soon. I'm going to read you, Juja. Great, you say. Guessing you are connected to your feeling, but I still like company and may lose all my friends and family. So you're back into fear, Juja. So whenever you have fear, like I still like company, and I may lose all my friends and family. I hear fear. So maybe that's not what you fear, but if it is fear, you can also, whatever it is, if you imagine a scenario that doesn't look like what you want, and I'm talking not only to Juja, I'm talking to all of us, you might choose to repeat the exercise just to kind of check how you feel, noticing a scenario, what it is, whatever it is. And ask yourself, what does it say about what is it I want? For me, just hit my mind just like this. When I ask the question, what you might want, Juja, when part of you think I may lose all of my friends and family, what came up to my mind when I asked what is it I may be wanting, facing this scenario I don't like, the word that came to my mind is the word continuity of connection. So I am guessing, Juja, that what you want is continuity of connection. And even through the fact that you are evolving, that you are changing, that you are becoming, I'm guessing what you want is continuity of connection and continuity of a sense of belonging, continuity of a sense of community, or maybe if you don't have it as fully as you'd like, maybe a regaining of that sensation, a regaining of that expanse, coming back to that, or recreating that. But I'm guessing I'm hearing all that, the sense of connection, community, and continuity of warmth and love and appreciation shared with others that you appreciate and feel nourished being with. I want to jump in the lake. She said, no, I'm okay about it. It's their life. They are my children. It's normal. Right now I feel a bit confused with different things after reading you, Juja. And I guess I just want to ask myself again, what is it I want right now? What is it we want? Wherever we are, whatever we give attention to, how does it contribute to us being conscious about what is it we enjoy, or what is it we're wanting to see more of right here, right now? Right here, right now, I want to do something else. I want to get under my blanket, get naked, turn off the light, and get some rest. I also want to do a bit of meditation, but I also did some meditation with you, so I want to do a few more seconds of silence and then either stop this video or add one more thing. Community. So I want to complete on that question, that initial topic that I wanted to explore. Um, I read your last comment, Juja, and I want to include it in my conclusion. The topic was, what do we want more than ever? And so, Juja, when you said there is no community, my guess is that one of the things that you want is to be experiencing, to have an experience where you feel like you have the impression that there is no community. You know, that there's one principle of the shadow work, which is that having is desiring. So basically, if you're having something, it is because at some level you desire it. So the idea is to, I think I right now I'm coming up with this idea of really liking more and more what is it we have, because what we have is what we desire. We created it, we called it, or at least we were a match to it. We were able to acknowledge or to see things the way we see them. And so it's like, if we see things in pink, is because we have some kind of pink glasses, and if we see a lack of community, it's because we kind of connect to a frequency within ourselves that says basically lack of community, lack of community, lack of community, lack of community. And then we look for signs and proofs that there is lack of community, and we find them, and that kind of validates this part that emits this signal, lack of community, lack of community. So basically we're getting exactly what we want. So I think my conclusion would be, hi Isabel, how does it feel to get exactly what we want? And what I get is the clarity that it is time for me to finish up this video and to wish you good night. And I'm so happy about it. Yes, Zuzha, you have a bit of creating it. Yeah, we have patterns, and we can love our patterns. And I'm just trying to say something that would be feeling more satisfying than what I just said. The idea is not to beat ourselves up for who we are and what we have created. I want to make sure that I think one pattern right now is that I'm falling into is, you know, there's this part of me that wants to pause this video, and then there's this tendency to think, oh yeah, wait a second, there's the one more bit that I need to say, and everything will be perfect if I say this one more bit. And this is a pattern of mine, and it's usually very frustrating and killing my energy and killing my joy. But you know, when I acknowledge it as a pattern, suddenly it feels like it's less like I'm victim of it. It's more like, oh yeah, I created that, and I have a choice, and I have a choice to keep believing that I need to add more and more things to reach the perfection, or just remember that I can pause this video at any moment of time. I'm really free. And suddenly it becomes really light or lighter and fun. So, on that note, good night. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye for now.